Honestly, it's becoming a long night. I'm Taylor Storthy. Game 5, the final matchup, Baylor, UC Riverside. Both teams have had some different results throughout today. The number 22 ranked Baylor Bears have been very successful. Meanwhile, UC Riverside has not been as successful today. They are rebounding off a 6-0 loss they just suffered against Seattle, while Baylor has not lost yet at the Mary Nutter Classic, defeating Oregon and Notre Dame. That one's taken down low, and this first at-bat is underway in the circle for the Highlanders is the number 7, Brisa Blanco, the pitcher from Murrieta, California. And the count is continuing to grow in this first at-bat, but let's give you the Baylor lineup to start us off. Leading off for Baylor is number 21, Mackenzie Wilson. She'll be followed by the designated player, Aliyah Binford, then the first base player, Shaylin Govan, followed up by Emily Hott. And to start the game, Wilson is able to draw a walk and get on board. Afterwards, it's after Vivoda batting in 5th, it's Taylor Strain batting in 6th. Cran, the shortstop, bats in 7th. Casey West bats in 8th. Presley Pilon bats in 9th, and Zadie Lavalle won't be batting. Instead, she's the player is replacing. Deep fly ball to right field, but should land for out number 1. Yes, it does. 1 away, and UC Riverside will quickly get their first out of the inning after the leadoff walk. So tough start for Binford. And there's 1 away in the top of the first. Govan at the plate now. The first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Oregon entered today's game 5-3 on a 4-game winning streak, turning things around, and they're also 22nd in the nation. From the ESPN USA or .com/USA softball poll. That fly ball is hit deep to right field, and it's going to drop. Extra bases for Baylor. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, and Govan delivers the first hit of the game for the Bears. 2 in scoring position, and Baylor may be able to take the lead. Govan stays hot at the plate through 6 games. They haven't updated all the stats from the Classic so far. Govan was hitting .550 and continues that trend with a double. Emily Hott was the 2nd best average for a qualified Baylor hitter through the first 6 games at .375. She takes strike 1. In the circle for UC Riverside, looking to now get her way out of the jam is the number 7, Brisa Blanco. Got the save in the 6-2 victory over California Baptist not too long ago, and also recorded 2 strikeouts against Kansas and Ohio State. 2 strikeouts each. This is her 3rd start of the season and 7th appearance, and quickly gets ahead in the count against Hott with the runners at 2nd and 3rd. Getting the 2nd out would be crucial to help her get out of the jam. Hit on the ground to 2nd. Throw to the plate. They can't get the runner out. Baylor take the lead. Runner goes to 2nd. It is caught in the pickle. They still haven't tagged the runner out. Are they going to send the runner from 3rd home? Yes, they will. Safe again. A bit of calamity on the base paths. And that's 2-0 to Baylor on one of the wildest plays you'll see, the type of play you'll see only this late at night. 10:33 p.m. and Baylor using some heads up on the base paths gets hot to second and scores Govan and Wilson off the fielder's choice. Wow. So what happened on the play as we continue with Shannon Vivoda's at bat as ball one is taken inside is that the ball was hit to second. They tried to get the runner out at home. They couldn't. Hot then went to the middle of the base path, thinking about committing to running to second, but didn't. Hot's idea was to get the ball over to her side so Govan could follow Wilson home and put Baylor up by 2 as that pitch gets fouled away. And it took a second, so Hot was trapped in a back and forth pickle for a second. And once they finally realized it, it was way too late, and they ran out of players to cover second, so Hot reached safely, Govan scored, and Baylor leads 2-0. But Vivoda finds herself down and 2 strikes in the count already, may be in trouble, and that may be what UC Riverside need to get the second out of the inning. Another ball taken up high. Good discipline from Baylor's number 20, staying alive in the at-bat. Down in the dirt. The count has gone full for Shannon Vivoda. On deck is Leah Cran. Line down, that just stays fair, and it will make it 3-0 for Baylor. A double for Vivoda, and they continue to stay strong in the top of the first with just 1 away. An RBI double for Vivoda. And now, Leah Cran will have the same spot that Vivoda is in, a runner on second, and 1 out. Hit on the ground, but foul. Actually, Taylor Strain is up. I got ahead of myself just by 1 player. Cran is on deck. And unless there's a quick double play, Cran will get a shot to extend the advantage from 3, as this one's taken outside. So we take a look at the camera. We still see plenty of fans in the stands. Baylor and UC Riverside fans here late at night in Cathedral City. They drop the bunt, but it goes backwards. That's good news for Riverside that keeps Breeza Blanc ahead in the count. Outside, and that's going to be a ball. Last time out for UC Riverside, we saw the player behind home plate, their catcher all day, doing a great job framing and getting strikes. Trying the same, but just couldn't get it that time around. Chopped on the ground, gets through to the outfield. But the good news for the Highlanders is it was foul, so we'll go again. And that prevents Strain from getting an RBI and extending the lead. Drops down low, the runner goes to third, Up throw by Allday, but not in time. Vivoto advances on the wild pitch. Now a sacrifice fly would score her and extend the Baylor lead. And that is ball 4. Strain reaches first. Runners at the corners, and Baylor have been waiting for this matchup. It was originally scheduled for 8:30 local time. As you can tell, it's 2 hours later, and we're now in the first inning. And it's not because this first inning has taken so long. It's only been a few minutes. As the runner goes to second, tips off the pitcher's glove, almost allowed that play to be a double steal, but instead Strain gets a stolen base, putting 2 runners in scoring position. Entering the classic weekend, Strain had not stolen a base yet this season. Now she at least has one, potentially 1 or 2 others, based on how the earlier performances go. Is that going to be a wild pitch to score a run? Indeed it is. 4-0 for Baylor, and Strain makes it to third off a second wild pitch of the inning. Bounces away from Allday, and I think for Allday that's probably just fatigue from the previous game right before this. UC Riverside were only able to get a 25-minute break before this new game. Didn't want to keep Baylor waiting too much longer. And with 1 away, they still have a chance to score yet another run. Hit sharply to third. They'll get the out at first and get the second out of the inning. In the previous game, we saw Seattle's pitcher also in the lineup as a hitter. And we'll do the same for Casey West. In 3 starts, was hitless before the tournament. First pitch down low, ball 1. So now she'll have a chance to give herself a little extra run support. Not that she needs a whole lot at the moment. They are comfortably in the lead, 4-0. But UC Riverside is also wanting to get their offense going, so maybe they do want to keep it a larger lead in case the Highlanders can find some good hits when we get around to the bottom of the inning. Blanco's done well against ranked teams, including a Big 12 rival of Baylor's in Kansas. So far, Baylor has just been the stronger and more well-rested side, and I can definitely stress well-rested. Over on their social media account, there have been some fans that have been waiting all night. But the good news is you can finally enjoy their final game of Friday night. They get Pawtucket Field to themselves under the lights. And some pretty nice temperatures. West takes ball 4 and will draw a walk to put runners at the corners with 2 away. And now 9th in the order, Presley Pilon, the junior from Murrieta, California, will step to the plate. This is a homecoming weekend for Pilon, playing back at home. And we'll see a conference on the circle. UC Riverside wanting to just get out of the jam. And a pat on the back given to Brisa Blanco. It's not an easy spot to be playing in, especially against a team like Baylor that has a lot to prove after they had a slow start, coming off of 2 losses against Tennessee. There's a reason they're a top 20 ranked team in the nation. And what you're seeing here in the first inning is why. But it's good to see Riverside, the Highlanders, showing support for their girl in the circle. And with some motivation, Blanco ready to go against the second base player. 2 aboard, 2 away. They just need 1 out to get out of the jam. Hit down the line. That stays fair yet again. 5-0. They hold the runner at third, and now runners at second and third. Pilon gets an RBI double. Close on the play. I mean, could potentially call it Baylor's choice single or whatever, but it is extra bases, the third extra base hit for Baylor. And they've extended their advantage to 5-0. Wilson will get ready for her second at-bat. Drew a walk to start the game. And now, with everything all set, I can introduce her stats entering the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Wilson was hitting 6 for 20, but had just 1 RBI. Taken for strike on the outside, and that's useful for Blanco to stay in the fight. Outside, the ball slips away from All Day. She's able to stay on top of it. And at that angle, not going to be a wild pitch. Won't score the 6th run yet for Baylor. Hit on the ground, up the middle, and it is going to be a 6-run lead. 7-run lead. They won't get the out at second, an RBI double for Wilson. We need to specify 2 RBI double. It cleared the bases. If Baylor were looking for a statement victory, well, they've certainly done a good job of trying to do just that. So it's a tough night for Brisa Blanco. And that'll send Maddie Heinlein to the circle. 2 away in the top of the first, runner on second. We'll be right back. And we're back. Welcome back to the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic at Pawtucket Field. The 5th and final game at Pawtucket Field today. We've got 4 more games tomorrow. And I think for the Highlanders, they'll be looking forward to those games as Baylor is proving why they are a top 25 team in the nation in this matchup. Ball 1 taken outside for Binford. Her second at-bat of the night. She flew out last time and would like to keep the inning alive. Maddie Heinlein has come to the game in the circle, replacing Brisa Blanco. Would have other thoughts. She wants to get out of the jam. Heinlein enters with a 10.16 ERA. But as long as she can get weak contact from Baylor, she can help them get out of the jam. And she'll get ahead after that foul ball. Island's had the most starts of any of the Riverside pitchers, so she can definitely help the team out here and conserve the strength of the rest of their pitching staff. We saw Emma Phelan, Alexis Galvan, and Brooke Perez pitch, and a crucial strikeout ends the first inning. A positive note for UC Riverside to end the top of the first, but Baylor are out in front with 7 runs on 4 hits. We'll be right back. And we're back. It's the middle of the first, entering the bottom half of the inning at the 20 Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. We're live on Flow Sports at the Big League Dream Sports Complex in Cathedral City, California. At Pawtucket Field, it's about to be 11 p.m., ready to conclude an exciting day of softball. Baylor have started us off with a massive first inning. They've jumped to a 7-0 lead. But now it's time for UC Riverside to respond. Here's how they line up today. So leading off is the number 21, Kat Montoya. She takes outside on the corner for strike. Following her will be Lauren Garwal, the center fielder. After her, it's going to be Rebecca Cabezas. 1-1, that ball just goes in the dirt. The catcher, Jackie Alday, is batting in fourth, with Gigi Araki, who's the designated player for this matchup, batting in fifth. Wasserman, the number 10, at first base, batting in sixth. Brito at second base is batting in seventh, as Baylor will get out of the inning on that ground ball, 1 away. After Brito, it's going to be Cameron Davis getting the start in right field. And at the bottom of the order, Nadia Witt. Witt had struggled in the first matchup tonight and will get a chance in ninth in the order to get back on track. She's still been the strongest of the UC Riverside players so far this season. In the circle was Blanco, but they made the change, and jam was Maddie Heinlein. Casey West with this pitch misses up high for ball 2 of this at-bat. The junior from Liberty, Texas, was entering this weekend with 2 appearances and a no-run record. And that is going to be a base hit for Riverside. They got all the way. A sharp single up the middle. Gerwal gets aboard. That's going to bring Cabezas to the plate with a runner on. After not scoring a run in the previous game, UC Riverside would like to put one on the board here. Swing and a miss. Cabezas showed bunt, but then pulled away. And West and Cabezas will stay in the fight. Fouled away, and we'll go again. This is the second game that West is pitching, or third game that West is pitching this season from the circle. First time out was 2 2/3, where she surrendered 3 runs against Tennessee, and then had a clean 1 1/3 against Louisiana, just surrendering a walk. It's down low, and Cabezas stays alive. At the plate, her hit in the previous inning was her first of the season. Second after the Oregon matchup from yesterday. Cabezas staying alive, fouling that pitch away. Cabezas playing at third base this time, just a minor change as a few positions have been changed with a few players getting changed for this matchup. We'll go over the UC Riverside defense when we get to the top of the second, but let's also just quickly give a shout out to some of our sponsors of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic, including Japan Tecom. Japan Tecom is the Japanese Trade Association of Confectionery Manufacturers. Cabezas is doing a great job of staying alive in the at-bat. She won't give up. Here comes another pitch from Casey West. Strike 3, painted the outside corner. Tough call, but that'll be the second out of the inning. Here comes All Day to the plate. We saw the catcher All Day in the previous game with some great framing. If you were watching that UC Riverside unfortunate defeat, she was doing a good job of pulling the ball into the zone and helping her pitchers out in any way she could, but maybe getting a little tired as the games continue tonight. Has seen 1 or 2 pitches get past her in that first inning, but that was just a wild inning in general. I think you could definitely excuse 1 or 2 of the errors, as All Day has been very good defensively at the start of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Almost puts that in play, but it just goes foul. Looking to keep the inning alive, looking to get the Highlanders on the board for the first time today. Hit, and it stays foul as it went down the right line. Could have been a dangerous hit, and with the runners going because there's 2 outs, it probably scores Gerwal if it gets all the way to that right corner. Outside, runner goes, and heads up play by Gerwal to steal second. They weren't ready behind home plate, and now Gerwal's in scoring position. Nice job on the base paths. Gerwal picks up a stolen base. Advanced on a wild pitch back in the 5th inning of the previous game, so that will count as Lauren Gerwal's first stolen base of the season. All Day shows bump, but will pull back and takes outside for another ball. We've already thanked Japan Tacomp. We also want to thank Jug Sports for sponsoring the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. 3 Jugs machine is the easy answer for all your softball needs. As Alday swings and misses, 2 strikeouts for Casey West to get out of the inning. 7-0 Baylor as we go to the top of the second right after this. It's the 2024 Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic live on FloSports at the Big League Dreams Sports Complex in Cathedral City, California. 7-0 lead for Baylor as we start the top of the second. Leading off is the number 12 of Govan. She'll be followed by Hot and Vivoda. The trio all scored runs, and Hot and Vivoda combined for 3 RBIs. Good take on the outside corner, but it is called for strike 1. Heinlein in the circle, looking to continue from where she left off. Entered the game, helped get out of the jam, and continues. Ball up high. Baylor have just been clinical. They get runners on board and they've scored them. That's all they've needed to do. That's what they'll be looking to do as we get underway in the second inning. Hit sharply on the ground, but short. That throws on time and on target, 1 away. And that's a quick grounder to start the inning. Now for Baylor, that's going to bring Emily Hott to the plate. Already mentioned 6 for 16 is Hott's batting average entering the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. .625 slugging leads Baylor's offense entering the tournament. They haven't updated the HTML sheet for those 2 victories they were able to take to start this weekend. But an educated guess would say that Hott has continued her strong start, especially because she got aboard on a fielder's choice, bringing home 2 runs in the first inning. The ground home wasn't in time. She was able to bait a throw and put herself into a pickle. And then not only did she escape the pickle, a second run scored. With the bases empty, probably won't be able to do the same goofy strategies on the base path, but still can start the offense for Baylor this time around. That foul ball lands in foul territory, and we see the other field alongside this one actually empty. Earlier today, there were games going along just across this field, but As it's nighttime, not a surprise to see that action is winding down at the Big League Dream Sports Complex. Ooh, that almost hit Hot. Slipped out of the hands the wrong way from Hanlon. That's going to help Hot get closer in the count. Fouled away and will go again. Fouled away, and you know what? It was so nice. Let's replay off a foul ball twice. Still looking to get the second out of the inning. Highland gets set and is ready to go from the circle. Hot is also ready to go. Hit to left field, but it's caught, and that's the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Vivoda. Scored off a wild pitch after advancing to third off a wild pitch after getting an RBI double in her first at-bat. Vivoda was only 2 for 7 entering the weekend series. And she takes strike one. Tried to keep it in the zone, but couldn't. That'll be a useful ball for Vivoda to stay alive. Fouled away. The second strike of the at-bat. Just down low. Good frame attempt, but couldn't get it. And this at-bat continues. Vivoda and Heinlein continue their one-on-one. Heinlein has a chance to go 1-2-3 against one of the top teams in the nation and may have done just that. Caught. 1-2-3. Impressive work from Heinlein to keep Baylor quiet. UC Riverside still trail. They'll be ready to go in the bottom of the second. 5, 6, 7 due up in the order. But for Baylor fans, it has been worth it as they hold the early lead entering the bottom of the second inning. Casey West ready to go from the circle. Due up is Rocky, Wasserman, and Brito. The Hawaiian Highlander will lead off. The designated player had a single last time out against Seattle, going 1 for 3. And she'll start the inning by taking outside. Or have they already brought in Scavola? I think they have. I think they actually have already brought in Scazola. Anyway, we got to run with it. Here's the bottom of the second. The 1-0 count from Casey West. Hit into the outfield, and you know what? That pinch hit change worked to perfection. Scazola gets on the board with a leadoff single. After she was held 0 for 2 in the previous game, it's useful for her to get on the board with this to start this inning off. Now at the plate is UC Riverside's number 10, Zara Wasserman. She's a 2022 PGF national champion. The freshman got a walk against Ohio State. See if she can get on base here against Baylor. Not for foul territory, 1 away. But now it'll be Leah Brito stepping up to the plate. One year ago, Brito delivered with a go-ahead home run against one of Baylor's rivals in Texas Tech. And the home run wouldn't be a go-ahead hit here, but it would get UC Riverside on the board for the first time tonight. See if she can do so with a runner on first facing off against Casey West. Fouled away. And we'll continue. And by the way, if you've got a friend or family member that doesn't know that they can watch the action live from the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic here on FloSoftball.com, you should definitely let, because even though this is the final game tonight, as that's out number 2 caught by the shortstop, it doesn't mean we don't have action for tomorrow and on Sunday. We've got plenty of more action yet to come. Tell them they can tune in and watch their favorite teams in action. And even better, if they can't watch them live, games will be available on demand. Check out FloSoftball.com. That's FLOsoftball.com. Davis swing and a miss to start her at bat. Cameron Davis struck out in her first at-bat last time and was replaced via pinch hitter, hoping to avoid the same outcome. Line drive, foul. So Davis does get contact, but just can't put it in play. 2 strikes and 2 away. Fouled away again. Davis protects and stays alive. Fouled away again. And a good job by Davis to continually protect, making life for West hard in the circle. Line drive, picked up at third, and the inning is over. Good grab, and after the leadoff single, Casey West gets out of the jam, and we've played 2 innings. Second was a little bit faster than the first. Still a 7-0 Baylor lead. We'll be right back. First pitch of the third inning, strike one taken. Highland's been great in the circle so far, has recorded a strikeout and not allowed a hit in 1 1/3 innings. Strain, Cran, and West are due up for Baylor. They still lead 7-0. UC Riverside's coach talking over with an umpire. Not fully sure what the situation is. But as we're about ready to get back underway, let me once again preview the upcoming matches for these teams. UC Riverside has one more matchup here at the Mary Nutter Collegiate class. We're taking on San Diego, but their players will get a very well-deserved rest day and the chance to sleep in tomorrow. Baylor, they'll be able to sleep in, but they do have a late game tomorrow night against UCLA, and then against Missouri. More matchups against top 25 ranked teams, and a chance to continue to prove that they belong as one of the top teams in the nation. Line drive, and the perfect start for Highland comes to an end. Safe at second, extra bases to start the inning for Strain. That's going to lead to Cran with her second at bat. Last time out, she grounded out to third base. And Strain took a large lead, but didn't try to steal third. Strain did steal second back in the first inning, But since she got a double, didn't need to this time around. Dropped, but all day holds onto it. Scazzola holds onto it. Made the change, not just at the plate, but at the catcher position as well for Riverside. Popped up. Scazzola will watch it go foul. That bat is currently 2-1. Swing and a miss. It's actually 2 strikes. So that's a second strikeout for Maddie Heinlein. 1 away with a runner in second. And that brings up Casey West. West already has the run support equal to the number that she wears in 7 runs, but she'd like to add an extra for a little bit more insurance. Outside, ball 1. Good news is, if West can convert with another hit, she'd bring that run home. Drew a walk in her first appearance. That strike is taken. Highland challenging West early in the count. Fouled away. And here's the pitch from Heinlein. Down low. That's a good take by West not to go around. Maybe able to get aboard with another walk. On deck is the number 16 of Presley Pilon. Fouled backwards. So West stays alive. West's lone hit came with runners on base, although they weren't in scoring position when it happened. Ball in the dirt, but Strain gets back. Heinlein gets set. And fires for West, who fouls it away. West doing a good job of staying alive in the at-bat, but can't put the ball in play. We've already seen Baylor on defense. Wachtendorf, Flores, and Rowett. They may have a chance to get to the plate this inning if West can keep Baylor alive. But they may have to wait till next inning, as that's out number 2 on a pop-up to second base. I think Wasserman made the catch. Yes, she did. 2 outs to bring up Presley Pilon. First pitch, taken for a strike. High and just a little bit outside. fouled away. Pallon delivered a RBI double back in the first inning. And Strain keeps teasing about trying to advance to third, but stays back as Giscola stays on top of the pitch. Hit on the ground. Throw to first is in time, and that will end the inning. Strain gets aboard on a hit, but that's all Maddie Highland surrenders. We're headed to the bottom of the third. Baylor still lead 7-0. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us at the 2024 Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. We're live on Flow Sports. It's been a great day and now a great night at Cathedral City. Baylor still in control, leading 7-0. And it's Witt leading off for UC Riverside. After being held hitless against Seattle, she's looking to get back on board against the 22nd ranked team in the nation. As that pitch is taken outside. Nadia Witt entered the games tonight with a 1509 OPS, a really strong start to the season. We'll see if she can continue that hitting form right here. That's low, but stays in the strike zone. And you know, a lot of great baseball players are tall, but sometimes if you're tall, the strike zone being just slightly larger, and low pitches are harder to hit. Witt's slightly above average for height for UC Riverside, although their tallest player is the 6 foot Emma Tolley, the freshman catcher from Carlsbad, California. Now Casey West gets set, and Witt stays alive. Casey West gets set again. Ground ball that goes foul. At this stage of the game and season, Casey West has a 2.33 ERA. Doing a great job. 2 strikeouts and just 2 hits allowed, 1 to Garwal, 1 to Scazola. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Casey West. Showcasing the stuff. Entered tonight's game with 1 strikeout on the season and now has 4. 1 away in the bottom of the third. And as we continue the bottom of the third, you can keep up not just with D2, but with USA Softball all year long at www.usasoftball.com. Finding local events, USA Softball National Championships, and the latest on certified softball equipment is just a click away. And if you are or know a top 12U player, sign up and try out for the USA All-American Games. Thanks again to USA Softball. That pitch drifts away inside, and Montoya is able to start to get ahead in the count. I wonder if leading up to the at-bat, Montoya has taken a page out of Princess Bride and said, Casey West, you have delivered a hit against the Riverside. I will kill you, and by kill you, get a pretty clutch double to keep the inning going and put a runner in scoring position. That may get Riverside their first run of the night. Good swing, sending it down the left field line. And while Rowett eventually gets it, it does put the number 21 on base and brings up Garwal, who already has a hit today, back to the plate. If you haven't watched Princess Bride yet, you definitely should. Once the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic comes to an end, and, well, it's maybe the next weekend, since if you're still awake, you're probably going to want to get some sleep after this game. Put it on a list of movies you want to see. It's great. One of my favorite movies of all time. Now here's Casey West ready to go to Garwal again. Taken outside. And Garwal will get ahead to open the at-bat. Fouled away. Casey West is level in the at-bat. Down low, good take by Garwal. And keeps in the fight against Casey West. On the ground, and they'll get the force out at first. Flores is there for the second out of the inning. Montoya gets to third. And that's going to bring up Cabezas with 2 away. Good take by Cabezas. It's 1-0. I did make a comparison of Cat Montoya to Inigo Montoya from Princess Bride, but their last names are actually different. Cat Montoya's last name is spelled Montuya, not an O, which is how the movie character is spelled. And now, he's over at third base with a chance to score. The question will be whether Cabezas can keep the inning alive and bring her home. Up the middle. Throw to first in time, so unfortunately for UC Riverside, they're still held scoreless. Casey West gets out of the jam. UC Riverside does get a third hit of the game, but Baylor still leads 7-0. It's the 2024 Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic, live on Flow Sports at the Big League Dreams Sports Complex in Cathedral City, California. We're back at Pawtucket Field. It's Game 5. We've seen a lot of runs that scored over the course of today. 7 from Baylor in the first inning were not an exception. Fly ball will get out number 1, so Wachtendorf's first at bat ends as quickly as it begins. That was Wachtendorf's first at bat of the season, and not the ideal way for it to go. And we've also gotten to that stage where Baylor is making a pinch hitter change for someone who was a Binford was a starter, but Binford is being pinch hit for here as they are bringing on the number 88. So that means now at the bat for Baylor is Ellington Whittaker, the sophomore from Houston. Getting a 7-run lead is definitely useful for a team like Baylor. It gives Glenmore some opportunities to try out younger players and players. They'll have a chance to fight for a chance to get their way into the starting. And especially when you're facing so many tough teams, top 25 teams, you don't always get that opportunity, the opportunity to really test some things out and try some new things. So taking that early advantage proves vital for Baylor in this case. As Whittaker sends it right to short, that's out number 2, just couldn't beat the throw. Good play by Kat Montoya. 2 away. That'll bring Flores to the plate, who would come on as a replacement for Govan. So the sophomore from Beaumont, Texas is ready to go. And caught by Montoya again. A 1-2-3 inning for Maddie Heinlein. She is on fire from the circle, and that takes us to the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back. Bottom of the 4th. Baylor make a call to the bullpen. It's Lexi Wark headed to the circle. They'll be giving an opportunity for the freshman from East Bernard, Texas. She's had just 1 inning in the circle. Wasn't the best. Her stats are definitely a little bit high, but that's just because she's only pitched 1 inning. She'll have a chance to improve those numbers as she faces the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for UC Riverside. That means for the Bears, West's day is done after 3 innings of 3-hit ball with 3 strikeouts. Solid day in the circle, and was able to deliver a run with a walk at the plate. Here's the first pitch at the bottom of the fourth. Down low, ball one. And a reminder, the action for Baylor continues tomorrow. They'll be facing UCLA and Missouri, both top 20 schools in the nation. From the ESPN poll, UCL is ranked 19th. And their second opponent, Missouri, is ranked 13th in the nation. Allday is able to get ahead. She's back in the game. That struck out back in the first as she takes that one inside. May be able to get aboard with a walk. Hit to right field. It is caught. Strain makes the catch, one away. Scazzola will step to the plate. The catcher duo being the 1-2 to start the inning. She delivered a single back in the second inning. Line drive into right field, but that is a replay of the previous play. Not a literal replay, but same outcome. 2 away, Strain makes the catch. That's going to bring up Wasserman now with 2 out in the bottom of the fourth. I mean, honestly, that was pretty much a replay. The ball literally took the exact same trajectory. It was just a couple pitches earlier in the at-bat. By the way, we've got a little bit of news. Some leading softball brands of Easton and Rawlings have all new Ghost Advanced and Mantra Plus bats. You'll definitely want to check them out. And Ballon makes the catch to end the inning. And before we head to break, do you want to increase your bat speed, reduce tension, and take your game to the next level? The Airwave piece deliver these benefits and more. So make sure you check out the Airwave. Still 7-0 Baylor. We'll be back in the top of the fifth. We've played 4 innings. That's far. Baylor holds a comfortable lead. They scored 7 runs in the first. But Maddie Heinlein has kept them quiet. 3 1/3 with 2 strikeouts, only surrendering a double. And now, leading off for Baylor will be their number 33, Caroline Rowett. Rowett will be taking her first at-bat of the season. Will be a chance to go Texas. Let's put Baylor on the board again. Fouled away. And I will say, Maddie Heinlein needed this outing after her slower start to the season. Struggling in a few of her opening games. She is looking extremely good against one of the top teams in the nation. And that continues as she draws another foul ball. Swing and a miss. Gets Rowitz swinging at a high fastball. It's a third strikeout of the game for Maddie Heinlein. That's going to bring up Vivoda back to the plate. Had a RBI double last time. And she'll take outside for ball one. Strain, the only player to get a hit off of Heinlein, is on deck. Well, no, I apologize. Wait. Anyway, that first pitch goes just a little bit low. Fouled away. Not a surprise to see Heinlein doing well at the Mary Nutter again. Last season, she recorded 9 strikeouts in their victory over Texas Tech. So staying strong against Big 12 side. Hit up the middle. That's a base hit. That's going to get past the outfielder and get to the wall. Vivoda is going to round second and head to third. Great on the base path, and Vivoda is now a sacrifice away from home. Don't think that'll count as a triple. Maybe an error on Gerwal out at center field. But that is crucial, and it gives Baylor a real chance to get back on the score sheet. Strain is back at the plate. She is 1 for 1 today. She did get the only in the third inning. Catch, and it's gonna roll out of her glove. So she scores the first RBI against Heinlein as well. Baylor take an 8-0 lead. You gotta feel for Witt. She struggled a bit at the plate today, and in the field almost makes a really nice diving catch, but it just rolls out of her glove. It probably scores a run, I think, even if that diving catch is made, but it drops, and now there's a runner at second, and an 8-0 Baylor lead off of the bat of the number 2, Taylor Strain. From number 2 to number 1, Leah Cran is back at the plate. Struck out in the third, grounded down in the first. Is currently 0 for 2. Up high, Scazzola makes the catch and makes sure that Strain isn't aggressively going to third. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes against Cran now. Fouled away, and we go again. deep to left field. That stays foul, with Witt and Montoya chasing it. So we will go again. Foul. Cran stays alive. For 10 this season. Has yet to get an RBI, but has a runner at second, so this is a chance for Cran to get on the board. And though she'll just take outside and keep the at-bat going. Fouled away, so Cran continues the long at-bat. Heinlein gets set. Question is, who's going to take advantage? Foul left field line. No one can get to it as it rolls off the fence. Good framing attempt by Scazzola, but it misses outside. Count is full. 3-2 for Cran. It's been a long at bat. And we'll end with strike 3. Goes down looking. Heinlein gets a 4th strikeout. That one was well deserved after such a long fight. And now up for Baylor is Lexi Warnk. Just completed an inning in the circle and now gets a chance in the batter's box. Ball one outside. This is the freshman's first at-bat of her career. Take it down low for another ball. She did well as a two-way player in high school. Hit .448 during the 2022 season. And as she takes on the outside corner, it's a good location for Maddie Heinlein's strike. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes on the board, and a chance for Heinlein to get out of the inning with just the 1 run of damage. Just up high, good take for Warnk. Not an easy take in a situation like that. So they'll go again. Swing and a miss. Heinlein gets a 5th strikeout. And while Baylor finally is able to score a run past her, 4 1/3 with 5 strikeouts against the 22nd ranked team in the nation. Pretty impressive. We'll be right back. Bottom of the fifth. It's the 2024 Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic live on FloSports at the Big League Dreams Sports Complex at the Pawtucket Field in Cathedral City, California. We are ready to go. UC Riverside, to stay alive, need to get a run past Lexi Warwick. By the way, as we get started here in the bottom of the fifth, I want to talk to you about PGF really quickly. PGF was founded in 2009 and today crowns the unquestioned national champions across 9 age divisions. Premier Girls Fast Pitch is where the best of the best play in amateur fast pitch softball. Since 2009, thousands of female student athletes have realized their dreams at the college level by performing with top-level competition in front of college recruiters. PGF produces hundreds of tournaments and showcases each year across the nation, including the PGF High School All-American Game, which is unanimously considered the highest individual honor in youth fast pitch softball. So remember, Premier Girls Fast Pitch, the future of the game is here. Hashtag play PGF. Nishimura, a pinch hitter, gets a piece of that fastball. Stays alive. The freshman from Carlsbad, California, had her first collegiate hit as a pinch hitter against California Baptist. And she'll take up high for a ball on a very close count. Has 1 hit in 4 tries this season. Fouls that one away. Falling behind to 2 strikes in the count. Ball 4, and Nishimura will draw a walk. That's the second time she's reached a base on a walk in her collegiate career. That's exactly what UC Riverside needed to start the inning. And now at the plate is the junior outfielder, Cameron Davis. Lined out to third base last time. And actually, no, it's not. They've made another pinch hit change. It's Samaya Jones, the first base player. Hit and just dropped in the circle, but good recovery from Warren to get the first out of the inning. The first run of the night for UC Riverside makes its way to second. So Jones is able to advance the runner. Another pinch hitting appearance. This time it'll be Mariana Palazuelos, the freshman from Camarillo, California, was selected to Mexico's U18 national team back in August 2023. She also had a chance to pinch hit against Ohio State in the spring games and gets an opportunity here against Baylor. In that lone pitch hit appearance, she went 0 for 1. Warrant gets the sign and is ready to go. Palazuelos shows bunt and takes for a ball. Good take as the pitch broke to the inside. Fly ball. It's caught. Cran is there, 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. UC Riverside will now be back at the top of the order. Looks like they're making another change. Question is it a pinch runner or are they replacing Montoya? No, it's going to be a pinch runner. So Cat Montoya gets a chance to go again. Had a double back in the 3rd inning. One of the hits was conceded by West in her solid start. And now Montoya pops up. It is caught, and Baylor gets the job done. The run-ahead rule ends the game in the end of the 5th inning. And after a 7-run first inning, Baylor was easily in line to secure another victory, improving to 6-3 on the season and wrapping up a perfect start of the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Fortunately for UC Riverside, it means they have had another scoreless performance, failing to get on the board today, going 0-2. But there are some pretty positive outcomes. So that Maddie Heinlein had in the circle. 4 1/3 with 5 strikeouts. Pretty dominant stuff. But all eyes were on Baylor's success at the plate, from Wilson's 2 RBIs, Vivoda's 2 hits and an RBI, Strain's 2 hits. Just a great day for Baylor at the plate. And for our entire Flow Sports production team, I'm Taylor Storthy. All the matchups today have been a presentation of Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic Softball and Flow Sports Softball from Cathedral City, California. Baylor wins 8-0. And that'll wrap up the coverage for today. But the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic continues tomorrow from the Big Lead Dreams Complex here in Cathedral City. 25 more games will begin at 12:30 Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, with some of the best college softball teams in the nation. Check out FloSports.tv to find out more, or visit marynutter.com to see the full schedule. But finally, Baylor fans, and you too, UC Riverside fans, you can have a good night and go to sleep. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Taylor Storthy, and we'll see you tomorrow for more action from the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic.